what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with game number 2 between Wook and Filthy, Dirty, Disgusting Dutch. And again, once again, we are treated to a black hand mirror, the most exciting of the mirror matchups. Not really, but we're going to jump into Tournament Rift now. So if we go to the right hand side here, Filthy Dirty Dutch has been dealt with Sign again, because of course Wook is the match hoster. So he's going to take red, and it could be psychological. It could be like, you know what, Dutch? I'm going to be super psychological, and I'm going to take your color, but we all know that Wook does play with red. It is his favorite color, and it's the color he prefers to play with. Just one engineer, so I mean, you really, against Black Hand, even if the other guy does flame upgrade, and Unleash has shown us that you can still get a bottom spike, you know, not unless he power plant cells. And he's not going to power plant cell. Dutch knows this, and he straight away gets a second engineer. Not going to go for flame upgrade, of course, because he knows he's against Black Hand. And he didn't actually get a, he actually injured his squad there. I'm not sure if he barracks glitched. I'm pretty sure that was fixed though. But the Hand of Nod must have rolled over them. That's what I'm going to put it down to. So the Hand of Nod does actually kill units. So he's obviously placed out a little bit too close to his Shredder turret. And now he's come off with almost a half dead Cabal squad. So that could cause him to lose this game unless he gets some sick grenade shots off. And yeah, just straight away getting completely dominated. And Wookiebert's like, whoa, come at me, bro. That was simply too easy for Wookibert there. 2 Cabal squads being dispatched for the cost of none. Not even really much damage at all. Buggy does come out by Dutch because obviously he needs to see what the other player is doing. Wookibert's doing the same thing. Again, not trying to rush or anything like that. If we had bike rush in this game, it would be a certain all-in rush from all guys. Dutch getting a little bit too close, not paying attention. Is he going to lose his whole squad? Oh, he does lose the whole squad, but it doesn't matter. He's still going to get the Tiberian Spike. And Wookibert, good eyes as well. He's going to move straight to the other garrisonable structure. Meanwhile, he did lose that Cabal squad there. Both sides now just playing it cool. I think Dutch knew that a buggy was probably going to be coming, so he's not going to do bikes this time around. Wookibert, though, has 3 and 2, and now he is actually going to get some bikes out, and he's going to go for the expand. Again, he's content with doing that one there. Of course, he does have low power. He needs 3 power plants in this situation here. Wookibert pulling the Raider buggy back. I'm not sure where Dutch's Raider buggy has gone, but I think it might be, yeah, he actually went back to base. So Dutch is doing the same thing as well. He's actually power microing just to increase his production, but he's not actually producing anything from the War Factory, so he might, yeah, he's selected that now. So that power micro not doing too much for him, but Wookibert, he jumps out of his base a little bit, but he's going to go back. He's like, hang on a second, I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get jumped. No, he seems to be pretty comfortable. He sees the buggy up there. The buggy is a veteran now. Of course, you don't want the buggies to clean up too many Cabal squads, because if they get a heroic buggy really early in the game, it just is a pain to get rid of. And he will be firing at the rear armor. Dutch not reverse moving and not calling it back to base here. He does now, but wow, Dutch is a little bit inattentive today, taking a little while to respond to his units. He did try to reverse move at the last possible second there, but it was not quick enough. And Dutch now has 4 harvesters on his main. Wookibert has 5 harvesters on his main, so Wookibert again is ahead. And of course, we've seen so much of Wookibert lately. He's been slamming the last couple of tournaments. He's getting the podium finish every single time, and he's beating some really high tier players that have been in the game for a long time. So Wookibert definitely is making his mark in this in the community, of course, and he's been around for a little while. He was in the World Championship, but he was nowhere near as good as he was in the last couple of tournaments. So obviously that's when he was first starting up. Again, I'm not entirely sure how long he's been playing for, but again, in the World Championship he did all right. But he had to retire in the second round group stages due to technical issues with his machine, so he couldn't actually finish his games there. So he finished in the top 24. So Dutch, let's keep an eye on this game here, not reminisce here. Like I said before in some of the other VODs, I've got a pretty good memory when it comes to games, remembering what I've casted, things like that. There will be an engagement here. There's engagement on the top as well, but I think it's just Cabal squads, and Dutch will be completely destroyed here. His forces here much less than what Wookibert had. And an attack buggy does go down there, so he does actually, or a Raider buggy, sorry. And these bikes now are responding down here. Dutch does, oh, he went for a harvester, so he's in a little bit of trouble here. He needs some units. He's got 4 bikes here. He puts down a barrack straight away, but there's a lot of buggies coming in. Wookibert is in a pretty good condition. He should be able to snipe a harvester down, and this is great. The bikes are going straight for the harvester. The buggies are trying to kill the infantry and just block and get in front. He does not get the harvester. Oh man, Dutch is moving around. He does get the harvester now. He's actually going to get 2 harvesters, so that's great news there for Wookibert. Another fantastic start in this game here, and that was the attack he needed to put Dutch right on the back foot now. I think the game is now 60% in favor of Wookibert and 40% in favor of Dutch. Yes, that's a new thing. I should do that from now on. I did it the last game. It's probably just something I'm throwing out there. But yeah, Dutch losing 2 harvesters is a very nice pickup for Wookibert. and he's going to be continuing the bike buggy. He's not moved. Oh no, he's just started to build Scorpion tanks now, so it looks like he's very shortly going to go into the Scorp tank build, so similar strategy to the last game here. Dutch does actually have a few Scorp tanks here already, and this is not good. Scorp tanks by themselves, these bikes are like, yeehaw, we are just going to pick these up like really quickly. And again, inattentiveness here, Dutch, he's going to lose 3 tanks, still has not killed a single unit from this attack force. Another tank coming out in front, and Dutch needs to get these ones back. I'm not sure what he's doing, but Wookiee is just taking advantage of this now. There's some infantry squads here. Dutch is moving in some bikes. Wookiee probably should have pulled those buggies back, but he's going to keep them delayed. Another tank goes down there, and that's about 5 or 6 tanks which have been picked off for almost no gain. So Wookiee is going to be enjoying that. Now he's going into the Scorp tank battle. Dozer Blades is not on the way though, so I'm not sure if he's going to be really pushing this hard or if it's just going to be one of those things. Decoy army there, so most of those were decoys. So Dutch is actually going to win through there. Wow, that's nice. He significantly won that. So there's a ton of decoys here, but there's a lot of tanks moving in now, and Wookiee has the tanks in numbers, and this is not what you want to see here. There are some rocket squads, but they appear to have a move order, and they're just moving straight into the enemy units now, being refreshed with attack order, but it's a little bit too late. Dutch now moving back across the blue Tiberian field. And this game pretty intense. Wookiee does have that spike over there, but he does not have the other one. Not sure if he forgot to get a second engineer or what. Another engineer by Filthy Dirty Dutch. He could have sold his MCV because I'm not sure why it would be running across here. And trying to snipe behind the bikes now. He's doing what Wookiee was doing to him, but of course Wookiee is now consolidating, so he's trying to minimize the impact that these bikes are having, and he's got enough tanks here to stop that. Did he sell his MCV? Dutch has sold his MCV. He's got 3 war factories. He's trying to make something happen. He needs to kill some harvesters because Wookiee is going to get very, very strong. No Dozer Blades on the way. I'm not sure if he's forgotten to get that because he's got so many Scorpion tanks. You would have thought he would have gone for the Dozer Blade upgrade. And again, he should be able to pick off something easy like that power plant. That should be a really easy pickup. And massive overkill there. It's not going to make too much of a difference. He should be able to get that harvester, no worries. A few more bikes there trying to take those ones down. And he's just letting a general attack order here. Probably a good idea just so you can split his fire between bikes and the harvester because the bikes need to get picked off as well. But yeah, far out. He is moving around here now. The Scorpion tanks are responding. Tech center is down, so yeah, maybe not planning to really push these Scorpion tanks. Maybe just getting a nice squad there, but still $2 grand for the Dozer Blade upgrade is definitely worth it when you got that many tanks. Dutch is going to pull back now, so he's comfortable with the damage that he's done. But what's he got? He's got a lot of Scorpion tanks here. Does he have tier 2? He does not have tier 2. There's no hope for Dozer Blades for Dutch here, and I think Wookiee's trying to go for clicks. I think he might be trying to go for clicks. Yeah, this could be a Tib Chem plant. He just wants to just end Dutch now. He's just going to be playing brutal like he was in the first game. But Dutch has not gone for the type of gameplay he went last time. He's just gone all into mass units, and Wookiee's in trouble of just completely getting overwhelmed here. There's quite a few tanks. There's bikes here as well. Wookiee's like, hang on a second, that's not supposed to be there. Dutch isn't supposed to have this many units. There's going to be a pretty big engagement here. Reverse move glitch. Oh, that's going to cost him another tank. There's a few tanks coming from the north, but Dutch should be able to take advantage of that. And Dutch does have the larger force here now. There is going to be a pretty big engagement here. These guys fight it out, and Dutch has more units here. There's a beacon coming in. This could be a vapor bomb. This could be a vapor bomb. Dutch needs to get out of the way. Vapor bomb is here. He moves. He gets out of the way. Dutch dodges the vapor bomb. That is a massive victory for him now, and he's going to push through into Wookiee's base. Wookiee in a little bit of trouble. I'm not sure if he's got eyes on his base yet, but we can see no catalyst coming down. I'm not sure if he has the money for it, but Dutch is pushing here. He needs some more units. More tanks are filing in here, but he needs to organize. He's all split up all over the place. Oh, there's bikes over here. There's bikes. Tiv Vane is going to be called in. Wookiee Tiv Vane's his own field. He didn't move his harvesters out of there before he Tiv Vaned it. All the bikes get destroyed, but Dutch still has the tanks. The tanks going to blow up 2 more of his harvesters there. Oh, man, that's embarrassing. And Wookiee just calls it. He just calls it. Oh, man, that game, far out. That got super intense in the last 2 minutes, and wow, Wookiee, the vapor bomb, nice dodge by Dutch. He had a little bit of time to move, and he did it right at the last second as well. And then the Tib Vane, Wookiee not moving his harvesters out of the Tib Vane before calling that in. He did wipe out all of Dutch's bikes, but the bikes had already killed 2 harvesters. The Tib Vane finished off another 2, and Dutch has got 15, 20 tanks there, and Wookiee's only got a couple. So far out, 8.5 minutes, very short game there. Dutch levels it. He levels it 1 apiece, so Wookiee and Dutch 1-1. We're going to go into a deciding game then. So $70,000 to Wookiee, $60,000 about to Dutch. So Wookiee got about 10 grand more. But again, far out, Dutch's all-in actually worked. So triple war factory all-in is like, screw this. I didn't like that attack losing harvesters. He's just going to go all-in, and he made it work. And he did a pretty good job of that as well. So Wookiee, unfortunately, maybe instead of teching, should have gone for some more units. But yeah, the 1-clicks just did not pan out at all. He sunk, you know, 4 grand into a tech center, 3 grand into the chemical plant. He sunk 3.5 grand into a vapor bomb, and he sunk 4 grand into a vein. So he just spent ridiculous amounts of money on that tech and and one clicks, and it really did not do much. So Dutch, well done there, takes game number 2. Stay tuned to this video, stay tuned to my channel. The deciding game of semi-final B at Ladder Wars December 2014 is coming up right now. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Green0 here for game number 3 of semi-final B of Ladder Wars December 2014. You guys know the drill. You should be watching this video for a long time. But we got Wiir and Filthy Dirty Dutch. Wiir has changed his faction to GDI, and Dutch has kept Black Hand. We're going to jump in because we're on Vertical Abyss. That's right. Vertical Abyss didn't know it was in the ranked map pool, which I don't think it is. I think they just decided to play on it because screw what the organisers have to say. But Filthy Dirty Dutch is on the right hand side here. Wiir is on the left hand side here. We're going to do a quick recap of this map because it has changed since the last time we've seen it. There's no spike in the top corner. There's a few entrances to this this path up here, and the bridge, which of course is destroyed. You can repair that to rush to the back of the enemy base. The spike has been moved to the right hand side here, easily cappable. Really no reason why you can't get it. Again, expansion tip field is here. You've got this area here, which is much wider, so you can actually drive. Let's get rid of that bug. It didn't do it. There we go. You can actually drive up and around and down here as well now. And there is a bunker here or something, or a garrisonable structure. If you go in the middle of the spike here, still remains basically the same. Wiir probably going to go for it. No, he didn't actually go for it. It's funny. He is against Black Hand. He could have taken that spike. It's a contested spike, and he's got faster scouts, and he is actually going to de-garrison now. If we move down here, this is the main feature of the level where there's got this this blue tip field, which grows right down here, which is very hard to get. There's actually a garrison wall there as well, because you got to drive right in there, and it's very difficult to engage down there because once you go in, you're kind of committed because you can't really get out, and you can't air call in V35s or carryalls for harvesters. So once they go in, you pretty much got to hold the mouth of this area here to get it back out. So very unique map here from Predator, of course. He does, of course, Wiir has a garrison there as well, and he is pit scouting, so he's playing very safe. He's doing what you should be doing against a Black Hand player. Again, not scouting a Black Hand player, you're just begging for trouble, and he's going to see the operations, and he's just like, yep, all right, what do we got? It is going to be a flame tank. The Pitbull kind of does want to get away here. He's very close to heavy damage mode. That is going to be the first unit out from Dutch. Maybe what I thought he'd gone for a Reckoner, but no, he's not going to be doing so. A flame rush on this level probably pretty hard just because you can only come from one direction. You can only come from the south. So this is really the only way you can get in, and it's really easy to defend against that, not unless you do a repair bridge strategy where you repair the bridge and you rush into the behind the enemy base and they can't see it coming. But yeah, he's completely got the correct response here. He's forced out Pitbulls, or the Pitbulls are the response here. I don't think Dutch should continue. No, he's actually sold it off, and he will be going for a Reckoner as well. So I mean, he can't see the Reckoner. Oh, there's actually a second flame tank. Wow, I did not see that. I'm not sure if one's a decoy or what, but Wiir, buddy, those are getting pretty close. There's a Predator tank here, though. There is a Predator tank, and he should be okay. Both these flame tanks are in the same area as well, so maybe one could have gone a bit wide, but maybe he thought, hang on, the jig is up. He might as well go straight down the guts. And the Reckoner is here. I'm not sure where you're going, buddy, but you're going straight into the enemy units there. Dutch did bail out one of the Black Hand, and then he just sent the Reckoner straight in through the middle here. Maybe he's trying to save his flame tanks. I mean, he did save both of his flame tanks, but he sacked the Reckoner for it. I mean, it's only 900 bucks, but he's got 2 Black Hand squads as well, not accounted for. And he really needed to do a bit of damage. Wiir did build quite a bit. He built 2 Predator tanks and at least 3 Pitbulls out of that. I'm not sure where the other Pitbulls are. Did they get destroyed? They might have been killed by friendly fire even if they were splashed up. No, there's 2 down here, so they will be checking out, just seeing if there's any more flame weaponry going around. Dutch has got 4 and 2, but both these flame tanks, of course, yeah, Wiir, I mean, that's very nice from Dutch to not lose the flame tanks. They're still alive. They can still cause damage. Wiir now has to hunt them. He's got 2 Predator tanks there. He has expanded to his next field. He needs another Harvester on his main to get it at 5 and 2. And look at that, the Black Hand is still alive, and they could probably kill these power plants. It's a bit of build radius over here, but again, he could probably stay outside the range if he wanted to. Pitbulls do find both the flame tanks. And Wiir, you might want to get back from that. That Pitbull is now in heavy damage mode. And yeah, Dutch is like, hey, again, keeping them both together, I think it might just be worth getting an engineer, repairing the bridge, and going in the back door. That could be the best way to go about it. Of course, there is a Black Hand unit at this main area as well. Dutch, not sure what he's going to do. He's going to pull these flame tanks back now. And he does have a few Scorpion tanks. He's got an engineer here. Did he sell his MCV? He sold his MCV. Oh, man, he's going to go all in again. He's only got 4 harvesters, so maybe would have liked the 5th, maybe even to leech the blue tip field or something like that. But he's going to do it on 4 harvesters. He's got 4 Scorpion tanks moving through the middle of the map now. He does not have an operations center, so these 2 flame tanks are pretty much it. The engineer looking to be going for the spike instead of the bridge. Definitely would be okay if he went for the bridge, I reckon. This Blackhand squad being pulled. I don't think Dutch realizes it's still alive. He does snipe down a Predator tank, so he's looking to get another Predator tank. There's not enough Scorpions there. They need to pull back with the main force here. And this is going to be an interesting push to see if Wookiee can actually hold this off here now. He's got units here. He could even take that Foxhole if he wanted to. The Flame tanks are in the front line. Another people goes down. The second Predator tank is almost dead. And these Flame tanks are very close. They're pretty badly damaged, though. They could get finished off pretty quickly. He does get another Predator tank. The Flame tank is moving, and it's going to try to flame down the refinery. And yeah, he's going to try to destroy this as well. The other Flame tank just getting stuck behind the Scorpion tanks. And he will be trying to take out this ref. He is going to get the ref. Yeah, easy going to get that ref now. And he's got a lot of Scorpion tanks here. Wow, Wookiee is in a lot of trouble. He's in a bit of trouble. He's getting his War Factory camp. He's got 2 War Factories with Predator tanks. And he's going to lose one of them. Oh, man, this Flame tank is going to destroy one of the War Factories. Wookiee needs another War Factory right now. He does not finish it off. Wow, Dutch, you need to finish that right now. You're in trouble, buddy. He does get it. Elite Flame tank goes down. Doesn't matter. Scorpion tanks are now destroying the Predator tanks. They are overwhelming the Predator tanks. They could move outside the range of these towers and just move and camp this War Factory now. He's only got 5 tanks left. Can Wookiee hold on? Second Scorpion tank comes out. Sorry, no Predator tank. More Scorpions. Wow, look at the Scorpion tanks coming in now. I think he's just going to go for Harvesters. If he can keep Wookiee to 1 base, he might actually be in pretty good condition. He could even go for another War Factory if he wants, or another MCV. He splits his fire though. There's 2 Harvesters almost dead. He needs to finish off that other Harvester as well. And Wookiee, oh, he's pulling back here. Now he gets another Harvester. He should be able to snipe that one as well. He does get it. He could get this Harvester over there. No, he's going for Predator tanks. I think he should just go for Harvesters. If he goes for Harvesters, he can basically win this game, I reckon. But he's going for Predator tanks. He is doing a really good job of focus firing here, Dutch is. And he gets another Predator tank. He's doing a lot of damage here. But these tanks, I'm not sure how squishy they are right now. They are reasonably squishy, but he gets more Harvesters. Oh no, Wookiee drove his Harvesters into this area. That is terrible. He drove his Harvester in his main. Now he's got to pull them back, but there is a lot of defense here now. The Predator tanks are building up a little bit. I think Dutch might just have to pull back. He's done a lot of damage. If he can save some of these tanks, I think he might be okay, but no, he's going to fight right to the end here, and he is going to pull these tanks back now, but no more tanks are going to get away. Just 1 tank, I reckon. Maybe not. Oh, just as quite. Oh, he digitally loses it. That's not good at all. Wookiee is left with 3 Harvesters. No, he's at 4 or 5. Wow, he's actually got quite a few Harvesters, so that's not good for Dutch. What's he got? Nothing but Scorp tanks, and he's out of Tiberium. He's basically out of Tiberium. Oh, man. I think Dutch, so close. If he just kept those Flame tanks alive a little bit longer, if he could flame down some more stuff, if he got the Conyard, but unfortunately the Flame tanks went in with about 50% health each because they got damaged along the way, but they could have been the main difference. And you see there, saving the Flame tanks from the front really came back to assist him, but he just didn't do quite enough damage there. Not quite enough. There's 4, 5, 6 Scorpion tanks moving across, but there's 6 Predator tanks here, and he's like, see you later. I'm not sure what Dutch is going to do. He's going to try to go for the blue Tiberium field. He's sending 2 Harvesters. He could probably even send 3 if he wants to. I'm not sure if he's going to go for... What is this? Yeah, he repumps out the MCV. So he pumps out another MCV. That's okay for him. He just needs to defend this off. When Wookiee sees there's no expansion here, I mean, he probably could figure that... I mean, you can't 100% figure if that was all in. It might not have been all in. Actually pulls these Harvesters back. So no, he wasn't going for the blue Tiberium field. He's going to be going for this expansion, and he can see, he doesn't know there's an MCV here, but there are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there's 10 Scorpions, which is noteworthy. He sold both of his War Factories off, wow. So again, I think he might be going into infantry, but yeah, look at this. Wookiee is now going for Hammerheads. He's like, hey, what is Dutch possibly going to do? Either more Scorpion tanks, or tech, or infantry, and Hammerheads is pretty good against all of those. Maybe not tech, but it looks like he does actually have the spike there from his engineer. Not sure what happened to the Blackhand squad. He must have de-garrisoned that at some point in time. Scorpion tanks moving across here. Wookiee sees that he would be saying, hey, look, there's a nice chunk of Scorpion tanks there, which means Dutch still has a force on this map. But there's quite a lot of Predator tanks here now. There's a big line formation. These Scorpion tanks do not want to run into that. They don't want to run into it. Dutch, as soon as he sees, he needs to get out of there. Wow, he's just crossing it. He's crossing it. He's going to lose 1 tank, and I think that's lucky. No, he's not retreating in the right direction. He needs to go down further. He is going to go down further now, just moving that around so I can see. There's actually a little ridge here, isn't there? You can see that. Something fancy Predator put in, but yeah, few tanks get sandwiched between the bottom of the map and the Predator force here, and I think Wookiee is just going to go for it now. How many Hammers does he have? He's got 3. He's probably going to have a 4th here. 4th one comes out right now, so I think he might be looking to do a push. Infantry are coming out now by Dirty Dutch. He needs to finish Black Disciple before these Hammerheads move on him. He needs to get that down. He's got double racks, so he knows he's getting attacked. His tanks are getting sandwiched. Oh no, he's getting sandwiched to the bottom of the map. He needs to save these Scorpion tanks because he's going to need them to prevent crushing. on his field there. He does a little bit of damage, a little bit of sporadic damage. Is he going to finish it? The hammerheads are coming. He needs to finish this upgrade. He does finish the upgrade. He's got no AA set for rockets though, and there's a lot of hammerheads here. He sells it off, and I think Wiir should be able to push his way in here. Yeah, there's a lot of cabals, but there's really no rockets left now. They are getting killed, crushed, and run over. And Dutch here, oh no, after such a good push there, he just needed to do a little bit more damage, and now Wiir is moving through. There's too many Predator tanks here. He's got almost no money. Dutch selling up, and Dutch unfortunately will be losing this game, and Wiir holds strong. He holds on. He's just like, yep, gonna hold tight there. And Wiir takes it 2-1, so a pretty exciting series considering how close some of those games were. Obviously, the very end was a little bit overwhelming, but it was close right up until the point where they broke one another. And Wiir, yeah, the money there was just crazy. He just had too many harvesters. If Dutch, like I said, if he kept those flame tanks with a little bit more health on them when he attacked, they could have stayed alive longer. He probably could have got some more structures there. They would have been key to winning that game. If he took out the whole expansion, no worries, Dutch would have had that. But yeah, obviously unit count much higher there if we go and have a look at that one there. But about a 10-minute game, so longer than the other two there, but still pretty tight. Very good game on Vertical Abyss. So 10 minutes, favorite unit Predator tank versus Scorpion tank, 75,000 to Wiir, 52,000, or say 53,000 to Dutch there. So you got about $22,000 more than him. But you can see here, this is the point where Dutch is really pushing the attack, and Wiir struggling for cash there because his main went dry and his expansion harvesters all got destroyed, but then he recovered nicely. Still had 5 harvesters at the end of it, which was crazy. Couldn't believe he had so many harvesters left. Unfortunately there for Dutch, so Wiir will be playing Master Leaf in the Grand Final of the Ladder Wars, December 2014. Like I said, it's 2015 now, but it's from December Ladder Wars. But yeah, accidentally hit the DPI key on my my mouse there. So we're going to jump into the Grand Final. Stay tuned to my channel, stay tuned to the video. We're going to have the Grand Final of December Ladder Wars 2014 coming up right now. Okay guys, that leaves us with the Grand Final. As you can see here, it is going to be between Master Leaf and Wiir. Both players probably deserve a tournament win. Wiir just because he's a bit of a legend coming through and becoming pro pretty quickly, in Master Leaf of course because he's tried to win Ladder Wars about 30 times before and hasn't been able to. So both these guys probably deserve the Ladder Wars championship, but we're going to jump into the game now. We're going to see who's going to win. It's a best of 3, Master Leaf versus Wiir. Can't wait. Stay tuned to my channel. All the games are coming up for you, as well as a recap. So yeah, stay tuned to my channel. I'm Green Zero, and I'll see you in the Grand Final. Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Green Zero here with the Grand Final of the Ladder Wars December 2014. That's right, it's Grand Final time. You should all know who's in it because hopefully you've been watching the other videos or the earlier casts. It's Master Leaf and Wiir, and of course Cybert live cast of the Grand Final. So if you want to check out his stream, you know where to find it on his channel, yada yada yada. But I'm looking forward to this. It's Master Leaf versus Wiir. Neither of these guys have won a Ladder Wars yet, so it's going to be interesting. We're going to jump straight in, and we're on Tournament Dust Bowl. That's right, the original Tournament Dust Bowl. If we go to the north here, playing as a GDI faction, we are going to have Wiir. So it is a random mirror. Okay, so both sides have selected random, I believe. So if we jump down here, Master Leaf has got GDI because he hosted the game. So he's we know what faction he is. So it looks like Wiir is Zocom. So Zocom versus GDI. He's going to go to the left-hand spike. So he's going to the western spike here. Master Leaf did not go for any spikes. So he's content to just go straight for a refinery, powers it down. Now, you can do this in a random mirror because you don't know what kind of scouts you're up against. It's kind of safe, but it gives the other guy the opportunity when he sees that there's no units at the spikes. Well, he's going to see there's no units here. He does have a scout on the right-hand side. He's going to be like, whoa, he's got no scouts at all, which means he's gone straight for F. And Wiir's going to be like, hey, if I want to rush him, I've got a really good opportunity to do so. Zocom probably have the least amount of rushes out of any faction. There's really not too much they can do just because they don't have the good orcas. I mean, they can still do airfield strats with like bloodhounds and things like that. But there's not too much else. Everything else is war factory and or barracks based for them in terms of rushment. And we have a Master Leaf actually managing to defeat that squad over there. He's going to be firing at these squads here, but I think he's not going to have as much luck. No, he completely gets shut down over there. So Wiir's seem like, hey, you didn't go for any scouts. And, oh, nice work there. Wiir finishing off that scout. So Master Leaf is totally blind. He does not know what he's up against. So that's really going to work in Wiir's favor. But Wiir, he's just ecoing, and he goes for the expansion straight away. Doesn't even put down a second refinery. Second power plant. Master Leaf is going to do the opposite. So he's going to put down a second power plant now. He went ref first, so he's going to be ahead. He's going to be, 7 seconds plus 5, 13 seconds ahead, or no, 12 seconds ahead, just based on that. And he gets tib fast as well because he's not, His first building is a harvester refinery, so he gets that out. So he's going to be ahead, but he doesn't really have much eyes, and he's going to be playing probably pretty greedy. A Pitbull does come out though, so he's obviously not content to just let himself get Orca rushed or anything like that, but I think he's pretty sure he knows he's against Zocom. Once he selects the Rifleman squad, he can see what abilities they can get, and he'll know that he's up against Zocom, so he's going to send a Pitbull down here because he's against Wookabert, and Wookabert will push with Pitbulls pretty much whenever the hell he feels like it. And he's going to see that, hang on, Harvest is coming out. Are there any Pitbulls there? No, he's going to see the expansion. Wookabert does have the second power plant down. He's got 5 and 2 on his main. Pitbull does come out from Wookabert. He's almost got the ref down. Marsleaf has almost got his ref down as well. So Wookabert actually starting to even it out a bit now. So he's starting to even it out a bit. The ref does go down from Marsleaf, but Wookabert drops his as well. Not as close as he would have liked though. And does do some power micro there. Doesn't have another harvester though, so Marsleaf does have a 7th harvester, technically 7th harvester there. And he's just he chipped away at that power plant, then he's gonna go and probably harass the harvesters. But remember, these are rocket harvesters, so they actually can fire back. So Marsleaf can't really do that for too long. Again, I really wish the rocket harvesters had as much damage as an actual rocket squad or a Pitbull, because they actually don't. It's a little bit weaker than the rocket power that they have. Marsleaf setting some scouts down the right hand side there, just playing it pretty greedy, just keeping the scouts on. So Marsleaf obviously wanting to get to the late game. More harvesters coming out, so yeah, really greedy here from Marsleaf. He's going to have 4 or 5 harvesters on this expansion now. Is he going to micro one around? No, he's not going to micro one around. And these guys doing 360s, yeah, until one actually manages to back in. So there you go. At least CGF has fixed that somewhat. So Marsleaf doesn't micro that one across, but he's going to be pulling a lot of cash because his only production structure is his build queue and his war factory. So he goes for tier 2 as well, so we'll have to see what he's going to be doing. He's GDI vanilla, so he does have a lot of options available to him. The Zocom player, however, will just get simply better aircraft and better infantry, but no juggernauts. And Wookabert did place the comm center down. I'm not sure if he saw that Marsleaf just scanned him. So if I saw a scan there, I probably would place the comm center over here just to mess with him and say, hey, look, I might have a second war factory or something, but that's not going to be the case. Of course, yeah, we'll have to see what Wookabert's going to do. I think it's his responsibility to do some damage to Marsleaf in this game because he is Zocom, and in the really late game, yeah, he's going to have a sick Marv, but he's not going to have the railguns, or he's not going to have, you know, juggernauts or anything like that. He is going multi-MCV, so let's see if Wookabert can see this. So this is a very popular strategy from Marsleaf on this map. He will often Marvest his opponent's field and or move an MCV there. But Wookabert is actually getting herded across, and he's going to see that there's an MCV here, and Marsleaf's going to have to deploy. Probably didn't want to deploy there. Probably wanted to get closer to the position here. And of course, this is really going to hurt Wookabert because he knows, hang on a second, I don't have juggernauts, so it's either going to be a Marv push, which can get emped, or he's going to have to go Firehawks. Still an opportunity to go Firehawks, but Wookabert is moving with just tier 2. He's got the only production structure he has is a war factory. No, sorry, he does have, oh, he's got double airfield. Wow, nice positioning as well. That's going to keep it hidden from Marsleaf, and these Pitbulls have made it through across here. AP ammo is done, obviously figuring out that there's probably going to be some kind of infantry push. This could be railguns. No, I think it might be tungsten shell. He knows he's up against Zocom, so it's smart to get tungsten shell against that kind of faction. A few Pitbulls over here, going to see that there's no expansion over there. I think Wookabert, yeah, he redeployed. He's like, hang on a second, I'm not going to expand down there. He's actually going to go for an armory, and he's going for EMP grenades. So obviously, yeah, look at this. He read Marsleaf like a book. Marsleaf does this strategy quite a bit, and he knows he's going to be up against a Marv. He could just tech now and go for his own Marv, but Marsleaf is going to see, hang on, there's Grenadier squads out. He's going for EMP grenades. He's upgrading it now. He'll probably get his own suits, because why the hell not? It's cheap, and it gives you way more armor and Tiberium immunity. He's got a nice big swarm of Pitbulls here. There's 10 pits. That is a nice harassment force. And he's moving some hammerheads, so they don't have any units inside them, but they are fully upgraded. He does have tungsten shell, but he cancelled whatever he was building then. And oh man, he's not going to have a lot of AA. If he loses the comm center, he's in big trouble. Oh no, Wookabert's going straight for it. Marsleaf sees it. He's going to try to focus it down. Tungsten shell is done, but I think he could just micro this one back. And I think, is he going to sit there? Yeah, he's going to sit there. A second turret comes down now. Will he get the comm center? I think he places another comm center down. Wow, that is not good for Wookabert. Loses 3. Oh no, he's still getting fired at. He needs to move these guys outside of range, but he is doing something over here. Pitbull's engaging him up. That is not good. Wookabert cannot control what he's got here. All the hammerheads getting completely destroyed. 2 of them will probably squeeze away 1. No, he's in a lot of trouble here. Marsleaf, oh man, Wookabert had the tools to make this happen. He should have kept the hammerheads up here and forced Marsleaf to just drop tons of turrets everywhere, tons of AA turrets while he pushed forward with infantry, and Marsleaf would have no infantry. Grenadier squads are here. They're not throwing any EMP grenades. There we go. Throws the EMP grenades down now. He could even EMP the construction yard if he wants to. But there's slingshots coming out now because Marsleaf's trying to build turrets and he needs some more double A. But he's got tungsten shell. Wookieberg is getting pretty badly crushed here. This was not a good idea from Wookieberg, and he's just straight away just surrendered. So unfortunately for Wookieberg, goes down pretty quickly in game number 1 there. So Wookieberg goes down in game number 1. 7 minutes, so yeah, I mean, Wookieberg was looking good. He had the hammerheads, but he got them all torn up. If he kept them alive and he pushed on Marsleaf's base, he could have forced Marsleaf to put down lots of double A turrets and have no APM turrets, and then he could have done a lot more emping and things like that. Or he should have just gone for the other field, man. It would have been much safer. There's nothing there. He could have moved across there. Marsleaf would have had a Marv on the left-hand side of the map. Couldn't really do much with it. 66,000 or 67,000 to Marsleaf, 64,000 to Wookieberg. So he only got about $3,000 more, which is insignificant. But of course, Wookieberg expended a lot more units there. Unfortunate from Wookieberg, he did get a pretty raw deal there. Zocon versus GDI could have probably made something happen a little bit sooner, but unfortunately not able to do so. So yeah, that's game number 1. Marsleaf is just 1 game away from winning his first ladder wars, but it's not the first time we've seen that happen. He knows from experience. So can Wookieberg come back and win the next game? He needs to, otherwise Marsleaf takes the ladder wars. Stay tuned in this video. The next game is coming up right now. Okay, welcome back guys to game number 2 of the Ladder Wars December 2014. You know the drill, it is Ladder Wars, and we are on Tournament Badlands, so Wookieberg obviously got to pick the map, and like I said before, this is one of his favourites, so he's going to pick it. So he's picked Tournament Badlands. It is going to be a black hand mirror this time, so Cyber's obviously here. I was going to say Marsleaf. Marsleaf has decided he's going to pick black hand as well, so how is that right there? We're going to jump straight into this game though, because we want to see who's going to win this game. If we jump over onto the right hand side, we're going to see Masterleaf now playing as the Black Hand faction, so I have to see how good his Black Hand is. Lucky he's not playing Bike Rush here. He's going to go straight for his Hand of Nod. Probably going to get the 2 safe spikes. I couldn't imagine he'd be doing anything fancy here at the moment. No flame upgrade. Essentially, you could get all the spikes if you wanted to go flame upgrade. But Wookieberg, on the other hand, is going to be doing this exact same thing. So he's got 3 Cabal squads out. Marsleaf went for 1, 2. No, he only went for 2 Cabal squads, unless there's a third one somewhere I can't see. But no, he's only got 2 Cabal squads, so he's just playing it really tight. Probably going to go for a buggy first. And look at this. He does this trick where, and I do this as well, you run forward, then you turn around and run back. And when the enemy scouts rock up, you can see what they are. It helps you in a random mirror to see, hey, you're back here, but you can see here, and they can't see you. So you can decide whether or not you want to engage, which is really good. And he's actually going to be pulling it all the way back to his base here, so I'm not sure what he's doing about that. Wookieberg, though, is moving down here, and oh man, Leaf is exploiting again. Oh no. That really is worthy. I mean, I'm not sure if they're going to put some kind of sanctions on that, but that is clearly an exploit there, be able to throw those grenades well from outside range. And Masterleaf has been pretty well known for cheating in the last couple of months there, actually bringing out a lot of cheats which have broken the game wide open. And again, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to say anything to defend him because he is straight out just cheating right there. And again, everyone who's watching this, I really hope that Masterleaf does just toughen up and just gets back to actually playing the game, because when he actually played the game properly, he actually was really good, and he seemed to have dropped the ball a lot because he's too committed to finding problems with the game and then promoting them, because it just causes problems. If you promote cheats and exploits, other people are going to use them. If you show them how to do it, other people are going to use them, and that's exactly what's happened. Caused a lot of problems, and Masterleaf needs to try to repair his reputation, but he's not making a good job of it when he continues to cheat in game, especially in the ladder wars or in a tournament of any kind. Wookieberg is not going to be too impressed about that. 4th harvest coming out. We'll get back to the game, so a little bit of a rant. Rant is over. Masterleaf just redeploying there just so he can get his power plant down. Gets a little bit of repairs on the way through. Always nice to do that. He does have 4 harvesters, probably a 5th harvester coming out right now. Wookieberg has 4 harvesters out now. 5th harvester about to pop, probably about 1 to 2 seconds behind Masterleaf, but it's not going to be too problematic. Wookieberg did have more scouts out, of course. Both sides are buggy scouting one another, but Wookieberg does have some scouts over here. He could move them to an area of the map which is a bit more defended, or to keep eyes on something, because ultimately they will get taken out here, and he really doesn't need to get a scout on Masterleaf's base at this point in time. A 6th harvester does come out, so probably going to see a refinery out here. Battle markers raging, few bikes coming out. Now, is Wookieberg going to go for a war factory? If this is a war factory, he better not place it there. I don't know what it was, but he placed it down. Yeah, it is a 2nd war factory. Now, Masterleaf, this is important. Can he actually see that? Or he can't see it, so you got to wait. Actually, you can see the drone. You can see the drone flying around. Okay, so when the drone is there, he can see the drone. I'm not sure if he's going to pick up on that, But nonetheless, he's going to be in trouble if he doesn't. Because Wookiebert's going to have a lot more forces than him if Marsleaf went for a ref, which he did go for a ref. Wookibert is already pushing in with a few bikes, which is going to prompt Marsleaf to build some more units. And I think Wookibert might just want to just chill now, just say, hey Marsleaf, you don't have to worry about rebuilding more units. That's all I had. Marsleaf is going to continue to pump out bikes though. And Wookibert, of course, must win this game to stay in the tournament. And yeah, Marsleaf's not taking any chances. He's doing what he did against Unleashed, but Unleashed was pretty wasteful in his game, just throwing a lot of units into Leaf, trying to break him. And unfortunately, he didn't actually do so because Blackhand Infantry just so powerful. Battle markers somewhere. Looks like a buggy is here. He's going to see there's a second War Factory, but Harvester did just come out of the War Factory, so that's something to think about as well. It's that Wookibert isn't really heavily committed to the double War Factory at the moment. He's just using it to bolster whatever forces he can get. Battle marker is down there. It's probably just infantry standing on the Buuren. Marsleaf has about half dozen bikes down here, but Wookibert's caught onto them. They must have driven past the spike or this structure over here, because he has seen the Marsleaf probably not wanting to get too close there. Flame upgrade just finishes, but he's gonna get torn up a little bit. Battle markers over there. Scorpion tank's probably just gonna go for the crush. Bikes are moving down here with some buggies, and that Cabal squad's still doing work on these units here, but he's in flame range. But no, he pops the structure down, so there you go. Marsleaf trying to poke in over here as well. Should be able to snipe a Scorp tank off the edge, but Wookibert is moving down here. I'm not sure if Marsleaf has seen this. Oh, there's a little bit of units here. There's a small amount of units here, but the buggies need to be on this side. And will Wookibert, oh, he's gonna decide not to do that. He's going to pull back. Marsleaf's got some units over here. Units are everywhere. Infantry moving through here. Don't burn down the spike. Oh, there's a Harvester here. Marsleaf was trying to get Blue Tib on the south side, and that's going to cost him a Harvester straight away. And the bikes are going to run over here. A second Harvester is here. If Leaf isn't paying too much attention, Wookibert might be able to get a second kill. Wookibert is paying attention. He's going to turn the bikes around. I don't think he's got enough firepower to destroy it, though, but he's put it into very heavy damage mode there, and that will, of course, make it harvest very, very slowly. Meanwhile, those infantry units do move across there. The rest of the buggies get cleaned up. They don't get the Harvester, but I mean, he's already done the damage. One Harvester down, the second Harvester in heavy damage mode, which means it will move slower throughout its harvesting period, as well as moving to and from the refinery. Wookibert does have a decent amount of tanks out. He's a little bit exposed to infantry and some bikes over here. What does he have here? There's only a few Scorpion tanks there. He's got a tech center, so he's going for the clicks. He's going for the clicks on Leaf, so he wants to click Leaf. And again, it's a ladder wars, it's a tournament, so players want to win however they can, so he is going to go for clicks. And to be honest, I wouldn't mind seeing some clicks against Marsleaf. He's pretty much earned those clicks. And yeah, just using Shredder turrets to push these guys back. Not really damaging. The Cabals are actually more damaging than the Shredder turret versus vehicles. But looks like Wookibert pulling these tanks back, and he's like, hang on a second, this isn't working out because Marsleaf is really pushing a lot of infantry. And there's infantry squads everywhere. If they all coalesced into one force, Wookibert is going to be in trouble. He's going to have to get his own Cabals. It's only really a matter of time. Unless he just does, unless he has he's got charged particle beam though, so he can Shredder turret his way to victory here. He hasn't used any clicks just yet. He's got no eyes. He's got no eyes on Marsleaf's base. He doesn't actually have a Tib Chem plant, so I did not actually see that. So he will not be doing any clicks. He's got the charged particle beams, and now they're just going to come down, and he's just going to be like, okay, if you're going to push infantry, and this is a problem because Wookibert has tech and he's at the middle field already, whereas Marsleaf does not have tech and he's not at the middle field where he's going for a second MCV. So obviously dual MCV and the flame upgrade, what do you call it, the charged particle beam is probably on the way. Yeah, it's on the way now. Bite's getting herded away by the Scorpions. This is really important. The Scorpion tanks are still alive for Wookibert, so he's got a lot of them. He just not needs to drive them through the middle of the map right now. He does not have the force multiplier here to do this, but he just drive through to get a crush on. Not necessary to do that because he's got Shredder turrets. He's got Shredder turrets and he can just kill the infantry once they get to the Shredder turrets. The tanks could be going around. They did crush a decent amount of infantry, but probably not enough. Meanwhile, Wookibert is moving through here. There's Harvesters all over the place. Wow. A lot of good pickups from him up here, and a Spectre has been rallied down there in error by Marsleaf. Not really on top of his game right now, so he did rally that one down there, obviously sending Harvesters down. Wookibert's base is under attack. He could Tib Vane this army. He could Tib Vane it. I don't think he has the money to Tib Vane it. He sells it off, and he does Catalyst double punch on Marsleaf's refs down here. Marsleaf's expansion has been shut down, but Wookibert's under attack here now. He needs to be able to hold this here. There is I thought that was a jet then, but it was a bird. There's a bird flying around, and there are Spectres here. They will be getting destroyed. He could send all of his Scorpion tanks to destroy the Redeemer Engineer facility, put Marsleaf in a lot of trouble, but now he's going to come back. Some of the Scorpion tanks to destroy there, some to come back here. That's actually a good decision. He should be able to destroy the Scorpion tanks, and the Shredder turret should be able to do the rest of the job on the infantry here. And yeah, they're going to come down now. They're just really hard to get rid of, and the Redeemer Engineer facility is still under attack now. There's not really much here for Marsleaf to defend it with. He needs to kill that though. It's got a laser field on it. It's almost going down. He should be able to clean up those forces over there, and let's see if he, oh no, he doesn't get it. He's not going to get it. Yeah, he's going to have to retreat. The rest of the tanks, he did save a decent amount of tanks, but Wiir needs to have his own Redeemer. And no, he's packing up his MCV. He must be aware there is a Redeemer there, but it's almost going to come out as well. And he's actually moving forward a little bit further. And yeah, he really needs to put his money into like a Redeemer or something to stop it, because he is going to lose if that does come out, if it just runs into his base in flames. He is trying to move his MCV forward here, obviously to try to get Shredder Turret range on these guys. But here comes the Redeemer now, and that's going to be a big problem. Wiir doesn't have much left in the tank. Here he's still got harvesters over here, still got a decent amount of harvesting. I don't think he's taking any blue tip. There's no blue tip missing from there. Leaf is back down on this blue tip field, but there's no economy here at all. There's absolutely nothing there. He does have one rep on the main, and the Redeemer is the important unit here. It's the important unit. I mean, if Wiir can kill all the infantry and it's just the Redeemer, because it's got double flame, there's absolutely no repairs for it at all. The Scorpion tanks can do a little bit of damage because there's no way for Master Leaf to repair this. And again, there's a Shredder turrets here firing at each other. He needs to clear the infantry out, and the Scorpion tanks really can't do much but try to fire the Redeemer, but they're just so weak versus the Redeemer. He just does not have enough of them, and he is trying to fire them. War Factory comes down, second refinery here for Master Leaf, and Wiir is on edge. Master Leaf could be going through and winning his first ladder wars of all time. I mean, it's a long time coming. It's a long time coming for Leaf, but Wiir is not giving up in this game. He has the MCV. He's got a structure queued. It is going to be, no, that's Master Leaf's obelisk here. And yeah, these rest of these Scorpion tanks are probably going to be destroyed. He is fighting here, but he doesn't have much left. I'm not sure what he's going to be able to do. Does he have an engineering facility? No, he doesn't. He's got a lot of harvests here. He could call them back to refine, or he could go to the blue fields. And yeah, it's going to be double MCV now. There's two Obelisk of Light here, and I don't think Wiir could escape with his MCV, even if he wanted to. I really don't think he can. There's more Spectres over here as well. Spectres haven't really been doing too much in this game just because they've been destroyed. And that's it. Master Leaf does win his first ever ladder wars, and he's probably still hating on me for pointing that out. But yeah, Master Leaf finally comes through and wins a ladder wars there. So Wiir unable, and Unleashed UA unable to stop Master Leaf that time around. So 10 minutes, a 10-minute game there as well. Wiir, I felt, was looking pretty good in that game there, but again, unfortunately, some of his decisions weren't right up to par. Again, when he was at the middle field, he should have just gone for a Redeemer. I think it's like, hey, Leaf just lost all his economy. You don't need to build economy. You can just build units and win the game now. It's a much safer bet. 0.3 kill death ratio to Master Leaf, 3.1 to Wiir, because obviously Master Leaf went for lots of infantry and Wiir did not. But charged particle beams was the correct response. 96,000 to Wiir, 94,000 to Master Leaf. So there you go. Master Leaf got less money, but it's basically identical. And Master Leaf dropping below. Of course, there's the one click right there. One click, bam, boom. Wiir didn't get any blue tip either, but again, I felt that Wiir played a pretty solid game there. But at the end, he just didn't make the decisions. He just didn't really have anything to get rid of the Redeemer with, and that was unfortunate. He had a lot of time to do something about it, and unfortunately just kept building Scorps and Shredder turrets, and it wasn't enough at the end. So there you go. That game is over. 2-0 in favour of Master Leaf. So Master Leaf wins Ladder Wars December 2014. I hope to see you guys all back here for the next tournament, which whatever it may be. And of course, there's going to probably be more Ladder Wars. Hopefully they shake things up a bit. But yeah, anyway, I'm Green Zero. Hope you really enjoyed this special edition Ladder Wars series. Hope you enjoyed the games and the casts. Don't forget to check out my channel, and I'll see you all next time.